Woo, what's up guys? Steve with Scotch and Things. Just got done dropping the guys off on the fishing trip, so I thought I'd give you what we did. How was it? It's funny because I listened to Javon talking about it, and they were trying to decide if it was cold or what. It's cold here. It's in the 40s here right now, and that's a shock coming from 75. So yeah, so we go down to by Medill, Texas, Ardmore area, and then down into the Buncombe Creek, Kingston area. Buncombe Creek Marina is the marina we fish out of at Lake Texoma. It's a huge lake. God, I think the guide said something like 85,000 square acres of water, or maybe more. That doesn't seem right. Anyway, but it's in between. You know, you can be fishing on either the Oklahoma side or the Texas side. And it's funny, when you get to like the Oklahoma side or the Texas side, the boats get a little bit nicer, a little bit bigger. But it is like a lot of, I don't know how you describe the area. Not poverty, but just maybe lower income. But now you can see over the last 2 years, they've been building, and I've thought about doing something down there, but 10 hours away is such a long ways away. But they're building those barn dominiums or whatever. So basically it's just like a giant garage for your boat and camper and stuff, and then like a little living area. But we go down, we fish for stripers, and usually we go down in December, but just the way we had this week free from work, waiting for parts and stuff to come in, so we went down. Thanksgiving's Thursday, so hold on, there's a comp. So fucking York cops. So yeah, we went down, and it's, you know, it's cool in the morning. So they were like, well, it looks like they were dressed up. Yeah, we'll wear a cover. I mean, you go out and it's 30 or 40 degrees, and then you get on the water and it's even colder if the wind's blowing. So yeah, you're in coveralls and a coat, and then you strip down layers as the day goes on. But we were in every day by 11:30, done for the day. And you know, on the boat on the second day, I didn't even take coveralls. I just wore my coat, and then you strip that off and you're just fishing in a sweatshirt and whatever. And the guys they like whole fish, so they gut them and scale them, where we cut all ours up into fillets. And then we go back. So the place we rented, usually they call them cabins, but they're just trailer houses at this Buncombe Creek marina. And man, they just keep upping the prices, and there's just not a lot of room in them. And we found this other place, little hotel, and they had what they called a bunkhouse. Basically it sleeps up to like 16 people or something, but it's just a big open kitchen area, a pool table and a TV that works, and 3 bathrooms, and it was just so much better. So everybody had such a good time. Our first night there, Thursday night, mistake, old guy trying to be young, hanging with the young guys. We got a little carried away having some pops and playing pool until 3 in the morning, and then you got to get up at 6 to go fishing, get ready to start getting to be on the water by 7. Oh, I felt it that day. And then, man, so I posted my fish tacos on Instagram, and everybody was giving me shit. They are delicious, and it's funny, I just did that the first time I just did that last year. Usually my mate, we call him Mr. Nut, he pan fries the fish, and then we make fresh French fries, deep fried French fries. But he pan fries them, and they're so good. And then like last year we had tortillas. Like we stop in Medill at Walmart and buy a bunch of supplies and shit like that, all the snacks and stuff, water, pop, beer, yeah, and then we just eat fish, you know, because it's all fresh and it's good. And I don't know, last year I did it, and Javon was wondering, it was like a black truffle hot sauce I was putting on there. Next year I'll buy better cheese for you guys, my cheese connoisseurs out there. So, but good time. The guys really like it. And I finally found out, one of my guys who's been with me, my second, he went 5 years ago. His first time he went and won't go back, hasn't, and he always says it's cold, but we're like, it's warmer, it's 70 degrees out. And I think I finally figured out, one of the guys said he was terrified of the water. Like, it's a big lake and you get out there and it's just open, right? And so next year I'm gonna try and, hey, you can just come and hang out and play pool and watch TV, whatever. Knives I took the heater. I took the heater and the Ripley. Oh, Donnie, I put a scratch on my Ripley clip. Bummer. Just kidding. God, I love these knives. So, knife stuff real quick. I'm about home. Let's wrap it up. A lot of talk about, man, it seems like a lot of, Justin and Doc talked about it on their Meeting the Mayhem podcast. Was it Friday night or something? Lots of talk about American knife makers, some quality and value, and like I think it was Scab that talked about it, that American workers can't afford American knives. Well, there's lots of great options out there. Look, no, not everybody's gonna be able to get a custom knife, but there's Benchmade, there's Spyderco, American Blade Works, there's ZT, there's a lot of sub $400 knives, sub $300 knives out there, you know. I don't know what's wrong with those. The Buck 110, right? People like to shit on that knife as being shitty or whatever. Man, has it changed? How long has the Buck 110 been around? It seemed to work fine when that was your only option. I don't know. A lot of, like, your quality needs to be up or your value needs to be. What if we're knife enthusiasts, right? They're knife companies. What are companies out to do? Make money. What would you do if your boss came to you and said, nah, sorry guys, people are demanding our stuff be cheaper that we make here in America, so to compete with our Chinese counterparts, you're going to take a pay decrease and you won't get benefits anymore. You won't get health insurance. You won't get 401k. You know, does that make sense? And it's funny, I was talking on that last bin I was building, one of the main, I won't say what company, but a Nebraska made bin company. And we were just talking, and it was funny that they said they won't go, and this bin, you know, they talked to the other bin manufacturers around the country, but they won't have, they're starting to look at getting stuff made overseas, but they will not go to China because they know China will just copy the shit because their patents that they have on this stuff. And some, you know, I think this is a much larger scale than a knife company, right? These are a truly global company with a lot of billions of dollars in sales every year, hundreds of millions of dollars in sales in ag stuff. So I just thought I don't know what, if, you know, what's Chris Reeve right now? $500? If you can't afford that, what's a good option if you want American made? There's lots of them. What's a ZT run? Around 3 something now? You know, nothing wrong with Spyderco. Not the biggest fan of Benchmade, but a Benchmade. Microtech has a lot of nice options for in that $300 mark or under. If you want just like the G10 scales, there's lots of American makers out there that make great knives that are pretty affordable. So yeah, I don't know. I just don't get this bashing American make. Like, you guys, the people that are doing it, I don't think truly realize what it costs to run a business, what it costs, what, you know, workers' comp costs, what's your liability insurance costs, what's your other insurances costs that you have to carry to run that business, what's your 401k program costing you, what's your insurance I mean, what's it cost just to keep the lights on in the building? Until you know those things, I don't think you should be speaking on it because you have no idea then. Like, I just think, yeah, then if you think knife companies should lower their prices or whatever, Emerson, right? $250 for an Emerson. You want a hard use knife? Buy an Emerson. You want an EDC knife? Get a Spyderco or a Benchmade that's thin and slicey cutter. Buy a buck. What are they, $80? Yeah, I don't know. It's just weird. This bad. I just think of it. They're a company at the end of the day. We're enthusiasts for those items, but at the end of the day, they're a company that they need to make money, right? Otherwise, why would you do it? So, awesome fishing trip. I hope you guys have a good week. Have a good Thanksgiving. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.